Well, did you know that Latino-owned businesses contribute over $800 billion to the U.S. economy? As we celebrate National Hispanic Heritage Month, let's turn our attention to Watkins Glen, where a local restaurant owner is making a significant impact on the economic landscape. Take a look. The American dream, or el sueño americano, has long been ingrained into the upbringings of many immigrant families.
El sueño americano is definitely out there. El sueño americano is it all started with my parents coming over.
Orlando Rodriguez, chef owner of the Graft Wine and Cider Bar in Watkins Glen, recalls his culinary journey influenced by the sweet and savory flavors of his Dominican roots.
A dish that was common in the household was always rice and beans and meat. And then, we also would get plátanos, like tostones, us as younger kids like the sweet stuff, so we get the sweet plantains, which were the yellow ones, not the green ones. So.
His parents first immigrated from the Dominican Republic to Connecticut in the 1970s. Raising 4 children together and trying to make ends meet, food always made it to the table.
We were fortunate when my mom was home, but we were a lot of kids. We were 4 kids, so she worked that night. Well, one worked at night, one worked in the day. But she would make dinner for us.
While being the first of his 4 siblings to be born in the U.S., he remembers the comfort of growing up in a commuter town filled with a rich mix of cultures.
And the school I went to, basically, they had a lot of ESL. And it was hard. I know it was hard back then for the teachers, but it's because there were so many different languages and they had to try to bring all those languages together to teach all these kids English. I mean, I was in ESL for a little bit when I was younger, all the way probably to 2nd grade.
Rodriguez would go off to pursue higher education, earning both his associate in culinary arts and bachelor's in management. Inspired by his parents' sacrifices, he moved to the village of Watkins Glen 17 years ago with his wife and children. He first came here to work at a wine cellar while his wife returned to school.
The whole goal was for me to find a place where I wanted to settle down and buy a restaurant and, pursue the dream. The only unfortunate thing was she literally finished in May of 2019, and then the owner of this place that used to own it, approached me also like in May when she was graduating, and I was like, I don't know if I can afford it. Like, my goal was like 3-4 years down the road.
With patience and faith, he became the owner in November of 2019, bringing a taste of home to Schuyler County.
We always do a rice and beans with chicken, which is currently it's like a classic. I don't take it off. I've switched it up and I've gotten in trouble by customers.
And it's not just in the cuisine he maintains his cultural integrity.
We got salsa, we got merengue, we got bachata. That's definitely when they come in, they just kind of like, you can see some people stop and be like, what's going on? But but it gives it that little flair.
Rodriguez hopes to pass down that entrepreneurial mindset to his children.
I think in the Latino community, there's always hard work ethic. I mean, that's definitely something that I grew up with in my family. And I try, it's hard because generations later, I think it fades away, but I've been trying to instill that in my kids also.
Graft Wine and Cider Bar is located on 204 North Franklin Street in Watkins Glen. They're open Tuesday through Sunday from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. And our thanks to Orlando for sharing his story.